Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. This video is going to be comparing two Lasko box fans, as you can see here. We're going to be comparing one from 1985-86 compared to one that's from 2017, I believe. 2016, 2017, I believe. So, we're going to be comparing air movement, startup speed, startup sound, and such. So, one thing to note is this one right here has still yet to be cleaned, and one that I also recently acquired. So the other D-blade that I have from 1986, 87, I still have yet to give that back to my house because that's still at our school, which we still need to get. So anyway, there's that one. Here's the D-blade that I got because a teacher is retiring and she had this in her room. And she said that she had no use for it anymore and just gave it to me for free. So that was pretty nice because the 70s and 80s Lasko box fans honestly are just too good. Anyway, structural wise, the newer one by like 40 years is in way better condition. Flaws with this one is parts of the screen are like breaking. Right, like that right there is an example. This one practically has no damage to it. It's fallen over once or twice. I've actually ran over this box fan once too. I don't know if I've said this before, but one day in school, in class, there was a bee that flew into the room, and I ran back because I got scared, and then this thing was in the way, and I ran over it, so. It still works just fine though, so. No really any damage on that. Anyways, just quickly turn these off to low, or off, I mean. On the back, this, again, the 85, 86 definitely has more damage. Same down here, there's two missing pins, or like parts of the screen. And then another part of the screen, I believe it's right here. Oh. Just broke off. This part's broken, so I'll put that back on after this video. So, because it can go back in, I just have to I'll have to glue this back on. So not a big deal. Anyway, actual metal wise, they're both decently well. This one has a date code on it, so that's the day it was probably made. There's also a sticker here that I tried to get off, so did damage some of it because I'd use a knife because it was so stuck on there, but still in good condition otherwise. Part of the weather shield, stickers coming off, so that I don't know how long that's gonna last for. The only good thing is that this one actually has a handle, unlike that one, because these ones were known to have broken handles. But I do have the original handle, it's just that it's snapped in half, so probably not gonna do anything with that. I'm just gonna keep it. Not really much to say otherwise, except damage on this, it's better. Some dirt, and not really dirt, but like scratches and scrapes, because this thing not only has fallen over, I'm pretty sure it's gotten hit because it was inside of a school for a lot longer, and like pencils and stuff have been thrown inside of it, so it's sustained a bit more damage. As you can see, there's some dents, there's also scrapes right there, so. The knob on this is also really loose, it just slides right off, but it's fine. When it's on like medium or like any setting, it just like wobbles around, so that's not really big of a flaw though. Startup sound on this already sounds too good. This one doesn't really have a startup sound because it's newer. What do you expect? Cheaply made, but again, it still needs to be cleaned. It's quite dirty. There's the motor in there. Can't really see it though because it's a screen, but that's pretty much it for these two. It's, again, we got 3 modes. There's some like dirt in between the knob and the actual handle, so that's why it makes that sound when I turn it to speeds. Anyways, let me go quick. And now time for the wind speed test. So what I'm going to be doing for this is I'm going to be setting both of them to high, and other settings obviously, and I'll be sitting right here in the middle in between both of them, and I'm going to judge which one has better air movement, not only wind up speed, Startup sound will also be a thing, but it won't really be a thing on high. It'll probably be a thing on low, because that's mainly the setting you can hear it on, especially the older ones. So we're going to be doing high speed on both of them. First, we're going to do a little wind-up speed. Both of them are off. Let me quickly turn them on high. So again, here's proof that they're both being on high. 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 Or number 3 speed, if you consider it that one. Anyway, here's both of them plugged into the same power outlet. And here we go. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Well, here will be a wind down test. It might be weird, but for some reason the new one has way better bearings, as you can see. It's not really the bearings, just because it's newer. I might have to reopen this one and re-oil its bearings, even though I did that a little bit ago. I had to give this thing back to the school for about another week, because it's just been so hot here, so they needed this thing back, which they said it worked very well, so it didn't sustain really any more damage. Any recent damage, considered recent damage, was there before, just I never noticed it. But I have to say that this one won, not only by wind-up speed, but it had more air movement, I would say. Not really, though, but startup sound definitely went to this one, though. It's the old ones that always have better speed. So we'll be doing a test on not only wind-up speed, but other tests, as I stated before. So we're going to be unplugging the old one first. So this one's going to be air movement test, which I'll also be judging as the camera is close to me. So we're going to be doing wind-up speed again and air movement. So here we go. And startup sound. Yeah, that thing actually moves a lot more air than I thought it would be, or it would, especially for it being newer and like more cheaply made, as you could guess or say. And now the old one, 8586. Here we go. And there's the 85-86D blade. I have to say the air movement is very similar between the two, but I just have to say this one wins. I know it's the cheap made one, but it still just has more air movement, if you get what I mean. But startup sound obviously goes to that one. And that scraping you hear, or what a scraping you hear on the wind down, when it gets to here, I'll do it one more time. Right there. That's because the blades are shifting forward, because when it turns on, they get pushed backwards. And here, I'll give you an example. If I were to get my finger on the blade, you can see how it slides back and forth. When you hear that scraping, it's because it shifts forward. And it gives it that, like, quote-unquote scraping sound. So that's not anything bad with the bearings or anything. It's normal. This one doesn't have that, though. I don't think it does slide back and forth. It might, though. Let me see. Yeah, no, it's stuck. I guess they fixed that, which I honestly wish they kept. But anyway, we're going to be doing medium speeds now. We're going to be going down the line. So I'm going to, again, show proof that it's number 2, /medium. So, I'm just trying to make it an even comparison here. Okay, here we go. that wind down sound on that old Lasko though. And yeah, this one actually took a lot longer to like get going, like on high. It took a while to get going. Excuse me, because I guess just because medium, just I have no idea. Sorry, but I'd say that one also won. But for wind up speed, this one, but actual air movement, I felt like this one was better. But this is not the test that's mainly for that. It's mainly just for startup sound, I guess, part of it, but it's just proving which one goes to speed quicker. Okay, so we're gonna go with the 85, 86 first. So here we go. Scraping again. Not really scraping, but. And there it is. That was a decent amount of air, even for medium. Wow. And here is the new one. Don't really know the model of this one though, so if I can get this thing out. There. Anyway, moving on to the new one. Yeah, on that one you can really hear the motor hum here. You can really hear that motor hum. Anyways, in terms of air movement, I have to slightly give it to the older one. But wind up speed obviously is this one. But in general, so far I'm giving it to this one just because its startup sounds better, even though the air movement's not as good, or wind up speed in that case. But it's just the startup sound that gets me. But anyway, the last test will prove that though, because low has the best startup sound, especially on this one. I haven't heard this one on low as a startup before, so this is gonna be new to me. Again, low, number one. Low, again. Making sure this is a nice even test. So here we go. First test. And you hear that sound again. And there you go. There's the low setting on both of them going at once. In terms of wind up speed, obviously, this one again. But yeah, I know you can hear it well in the video for the first test, but the startup sound on this one just sounds so good. Sorry. But air movement wise, probably this one. Anyway, let's just go on to its somewhat last test. These more startup sound and air movement speed, or also or not. Yeah, air movement and startup sound. So here we go. Never really noticed, but that stopping sound when it's starting to like spool down is just, it's really audible. I know it's not a problem, but it's just really audible. Anyway, let's just move on to the second one. This one I'm probably not going to enjoy as much because that one just has such a good startup sound on low. Good, nice whine. If I can get the damn thing out. Here's the newer one. And there's the new one. You probably couldn't hear it well in the video, but I could hear the motor humming, not only at the start, but I could hear it while it was even at peak run too. So that motor hum on these ones are definitely a problem. I mean, they're really cheaply made, so what do you expect? So, overall, throughout this entire test, I just have to say this one wins. I know this one probably won through wind speed, or air movement, and I mean kind of air movement and wind up speed, but wind up sound is obviously this one. I mean, it might take longer, but it just sounds too good. So overall, throughout this test, I say the old one is the winner, in my terms at least. But I mean, not really anybody likes the new ones. Old ones are always going to be the best. Anyways, conclusion on this. There's a little bit of a size difference, as you can see. Which, this one being a little bit bigger, as well as being you can tell, more of a pointy corner. This one's a more round corner. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for this review video. I will be planning on restoring this. I'll be checking its oil and everything. So, I might also be checking this one for oil too, because it just doesn't... It might be a normal wind down speed for these old ones, but I'm still going to check its oil, just in case. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you have any personal opinions on who you think won, you can go ahead and comment if you want. But overall, I'd say the old one won again. But yeah. Next couple of days, I should be getting that other fan here. Then I'll be making a triple fan review. All three of them going against each other. Sorry, I'm not really thinking about words. But yeah, that's pretty much it for these two. I should be able to get that other one home again, as I said, soon. So I could do a review on all three of them. Hopefully when all of them are restored and cleaned. I mean, this one definitely needs to be worked on, but yeah, that should be done in a couple of days. So yeah, peace out for more fan videos. So yeah, peace out.